Hatun Dilci, who just 3 years ago retired after 34 years as a caretaker of historic Anzarbus castle in Kazan, uncovered mosaics depicting snakes in 1960 while her husband and she were digging away at the ground to build a new home in their garden. There is a story behind this mosaic dating back to AD 400, being told over the centuries up to now. Once upon a time, there was a great city called Anzarbus, where brave people and beautiful girls used to live. The town was so fortified by the castle that it could easily defend itself against the attacks of the enemies. The skillful rock carvers of those times who were living in the town would ornate the houses and squares with elaborate carvings that fascinated people, and would create admirable artifacts out of rocks. During the daytime, the people would leave their homes and go to farms to work, and in the evening they would enjoy their evenings. The other city used to be surrounded with high walls and deep terrains. There was no entrance to inside other than a drawbridge. People would live in peace and tranquility in this beautiful city. In the evenings, each home was full of cheering and laughter. Laments would turn into cheerful songs. Everybody was happy and the days would pass as such. The king of Anzarbus had a pretty daughter, having a unique beauty in the world. Who would say to shimmering moon, "Don't shine, it's me who should shine." This girl was not only so beautiful, but she was also very clever. However, one day the joy of the city vanished because of this princess. The smiling face of the king turned red, his eyebrows remained raising. The messenger of Sin's kingdom comes by to Anzarbus king and says to him, "On behalf of the Sin's king, I present my greetings to your highness Anzarbus king." The king, "Tell me what you wish from us," says to the messenger. "My king wants your daughter to his son," replies the messenger. The king ponders for a while and asks, "What if I don't accept his request?" The messenger, "My excellency has thought about this too. If you are not willing to let your daughter marry his son, I am assigned to remind you that he will declare war on you." The king answers, "You mean he is going to fight with us?" Then he tells the messenger that he will think about this situation. The messenger of his king leaves speaking in threatening manner, but whenever the trouble comes, it brings so much of it by increasing worries. Upon leaving of the former messenger, this time the messenger of Mopsestia kingdom knocks on their door. He too comes to tell the king that the son of Mopsestia king wants his daughter to marry his son. The king of Anzarbus was a benign and gracious man. He gets confused what to do and starts thinking over the dilemma. Soon he realized that the situation is worsening and getting more complicated. He foresees no way out, and whomever he would let his daughter marry will not help him avoid the war. Perhaps he will lose his kingdom. Supposing he will not give his daughter to neither of them, then he would have to fight against both kings. The princess feels very upset seeing her father in trouble. She says her musing father, "Is it right not to share your trouble with me? Am I not your daughter, my father king?" "My daughter," he says, You are right, my pigeon-toed daughter. I don't know what to do. The king of Sis sent the envoy and wants you for his son, and so did the king of Mopsestia. If I don't grant the permission, they will take up the hatchet. Whomever I say okay, that's the thing that would eventually happen out. What should be done? I couldn't find a way out. His daughter smiles and, so simple, what could be easier than that, says. Even the devil cannot untie this knot, says King. My king father, there is nothing simple than this. You will tell them. I'll let my daughter marry, but I have only one condition. Anzarbus has been short of water. I'll choose the one who can bring plenty of water the soonest. Tell this and leave the rest to me, says Princess. I've never thought about this. Then we can handle this without war, says King. Sure, Daddy. Our people are living in peace undisturbed. I don't want them to suffer and die just because of me, says the princess.
Kızım diyor, iki görücü birden geldi. Ben sana hangisine vereyim, onu düşünüyorum diyor. Yoksa savaş olacak diyor. Kız diyor ki ondan kolay ne var babacığım diyor. Bu ana var da böylesi. Baş gelmiş. Suyu azmış. Şeyle su yetişmiyor. Bu suyu biz getir de ana var diye dökerse ben onu alayım.
So the day passed, and the envoys of both kings come to the castle again to learn the king's decision. The king tells them the solution his daughter advised. I'll give my daughter to first man who can bring more water to Anzarbus. Announce so my decision to your kings. The messengers tell about the decision right away to their kings. Upon this news, the king of Sis starts construction the aqueducts from upward Kazan, and the king of Mopsestia from downwards. The king of Sis tries to build the water channels from elaborately carved ashlars, so that it could remain sound for long. That's why it advanced rather slowly. Yet, the king of Mopsestia builds the watercourse from copse, so he makes a swift progress in construction. As the day passed, the waterways would proceed. Eventually, the aqueducts of the Mopsestians can be visible from the castle. However, there comes no news of the Sis. A sorrow overshadows the princess, who sees the waterway of the Mopsestians occurring to the town. However, she feels a sacred love towards the son of Sis King, whose bravery she is heard of. She sends some men to him for help, and don't care too much for the firmness of the construction. Hurry and finish the waterway as soon as possible, says the princess.
Sağlam bir su getirelim ona. Ama Mrs. Kral o nerede kötü taşları nerede yapıyor? Suyu birden koyunca birden ona ortaya dökülüyorsun.
In the end, the waterway of the Mopsestia finished, and it stands at the archgate of Anzarbus. But the princess cannot endure this. Rather than being forced to marry someone she does not love, she thinks about committing suicide, but she is not let. Hearing this, the king of Mopsestia storms and tearing them, saying, I'll unleash my snakes and Shahmeran to bite her to death. He relied the snakes into the water channel from the snake castle, situated nearby Kozan.
Açılacak, kaldırılacak. En iyisi intihar. Gene Müslüman kızmış ki millete kırdırma. Aniden kendi kendine atıyor, intihar ediyor.
As depicted in the mosaic tomb of the appearances, she is looking at the son of this king on her left, meaning she has a hidden love for him, while she is striking with Shahmeran. A yellow snake is snacking behind her and bites her to death on right side, where the son of Mopsestia king is standing.
Diyor ki o da hikayesi var. Suyu ben getirdim diyor. Şimdi buradan kralın oğluna bakıyor ya. Biz kralın oğluna diyor ona ne bakıyorsun? Suyu ben getirdim. Sen benim aklımsın. Ondan sonra ben de seni diyor yılanlarımı soktum diyor. Şahmeran'ı koyuyor, bir şahmeran koyuyor, bir de sarı yılan koyuyor. İki yılan koyuyor ortasında. Kız yalnız Şahmeran'la mücadele yapıyor. Sarı yılandan haberi yok. Sarı yılan arkadan geliyor. Duymuş mu?
In 1972, a group of archaeologists having excavated the area found that the mosaic belongs to the king's daughter by examining a cutting item they had found beneath her head, which is about 1,600 years old.